this thing. There. That's better, I think. Hey, Silk. Hi. Okay. Silk, stop. Sorry, I'm just preparing and go. I gotta get on in the group. Flip this around. I look a lot better on my computer than I do on my phone, that's for sure. Stop, Poppy. Poppy. Stop. Okay. Sorry, I was just putting my starting alive in the group as well. Let me comment anything. There we go. And I'm not going to be on that long tonight. Hopefully people show up. It's Saturday, but okay. There we go. So I was putting Getting everything ready. Okay. Oh, I don't know where my YouTube people are. Hopefully people come on tonight. I don't know. I got on as soon as I could. I've got a lot going on right now. My son's coming on Monday, so trying to prepare everything. But we'll see. If no one shows up, then no one shows up. It is what it is. I don't know if this pen writes. It's like my last pen. I have to get some more. Good. What the heck is wrong with it? No, I don't know where everybody is. I guess we're gonna find out. YouTube, it keeps saying I have one and then it drops, and then I have one and then it drops. I don't know. I'll give it 10 minutes and see if anybody shows up. If they don't, well, have to find another day to do it, I guess. As you get here, say hi. So I know I've got people. I've already got a little bit of a tan. Had really good weather out here. Dang it. You keep having people and then losing them. What the heck? So I'm just waiting for people to come on. If anybody's going to come on. I usually have more people by now. Saturday is usually a good night, but maybe not. The weekend before spring break. I don't know. There we go. So once more people come on, I'll explain like how this works. If people stay on, because they're on and then they get off. know. Where is everybody tonight? Goodness gracious. I thought Saturday would be a good night, but I mean, people in the group, hi, how you guys doing? So, I don't know if we're going to get any more people. Hey, Tammy. I don't know about Pretty Yellow. I don't even have makeup on today. Yay, okay, we have people in the group at least. I've got one person on YouTube. That's kind of ridiculous. So, I don't know if more people are going to come or not. But basically, what I'm doing is readings for donation. I do this every now and then. And I just started doing it in the group here as well as YouTube at the same time. So I'm using my phone and my computer to kind of, stream both. And so the way it works is if you want a reading, you can do mediumship, or if you have a question, and want guidance on it, then you send a donation to one of the places that I have posted. And depending on your donation is basically how long of a reading you're going to get. $5. I'm not going to do like a 20-minute reading. You know what I mean? And for $5, I really can't do a mediumship reading because, mediumship takes a lot of energy, a lot of time. So just keep that in mind. Try to be fair with the donations. And that's basically it. Remembering that when it comes to the psychic questions, people do have free will. I do get the most accurate information that I can. However, people do have free will to make other choices that are involved. And when it comes to both types of readings, information can be past, present, or future, symbolic, or have multiple meanings, or they can use my references and experiences. I'll just need you to validate in the comments as we go along. And since I'm working on both the group and YouTube, even though there's only one person watching on YouTube, which is weird, I'll try to say what's going on. If someone's commenting and validating, then oh shoot, I just realized I did it again where I posted my video on YouTube and forgot to post it with the comments. I've been forgetting to do that. So anyways, I'll try to say what the validations are so that the people that can't see the comments or the replay, since I forgot to do that. But well, I was just too lazy to put on makeup, and the ring light kind of helps. I look better on YouTube than I do on my phone. But I've been like painting and cleaning and all that, trying to get Elijah. I usually don't put on makeup even when I go out anymore. Only if I'm like going like out, I put on makeup because I really don't care anymore. Especially it's going to be getting hot here pretty soon, so it won't even matter. But the water here, my well water is a lot better than the water I used to have where I used to live, because my hair and my skin are much better. I don't have as many problems with it. I think it was the water where I used to live. I think there was like too much sulfur because I'm actually allergic to sulfur. That's why I have to be careful with the makeup I use. I can't use any makeup with sulfur in it. So that's the only thing I can think, because this water makes my hair so much better and my skin. I don't break out as much anymore. So I think it has something to do with my well water being, not having a lot of sulfur or something in it. So, but yeah, so that's how we're going to do that. Also, if you want to, we can start off with just regular questions. You don't have to donate for the questions. Questions about spirit, the other side, anything that you want to know. That'll kind of get the energy flowing. So I don't know what's going on with my YouTube though. Like usually I have a lot of people in there, but that's why I always say to watch my YouTube wall, watch this wall, so that I say when I'm going to go live. I'm also, if people want private readings, I'm doing the 20 for 20, but also I would do a donation reading if you decide that you don't want it public. and you don't want it live, then you can just message me and we can work that out. So there's also that option. But Tammy, well, we always have spirit with us. So, I mean, my gifts don't usually work that way. I usually don't see spirit around people and stuff like that. That's not how I really work. I work with usually names or pictures when it comes to mediumship. But our loved ones are always with us. Like, we have to understand that our world interconnects the spirit realm. So the only difference is the vibration. The spirit realm vibrates at a higher frequency than we do. So therefore, our loved ones can easily be around us. That's okay. That's okay. I'm just letting you know that, like, sometimes I can pick up people around people. It's just different. Like, I don't see them, you know, how like Matt Frazier sees them around people. I don't really see them like that. I work kind of more like, what's her name? Shoot. My mind went blank on the name of the medium. Anyways, she usually takes names and works off of names, and so that puppy, stop. So I wanted to try that, and I did. It's okay, guys. So that's why people say, is someone around you? Yeah, I mean, we have spirit around us all the time. Our loved ones are around us. Our guides are around us. Our loved ones, our guides, our angels, you know, we're always having someone around us at one point or another. Plus, then there's just, you know, the randoms. But we always have spirit around us. My gifts don't really work that way. I mean, sometimes they do. It just depends. Like, someone's asked me who's around me, and I ended up doing a full-on reading that their grandpa was around them, and they didn't really know their grandpa that well. But he came through anyways. So, I mean, it does happen. It's just one of those things where it's not usually how I work. So that's okay. Like I said, all questions are welcome. No question's a dumb question. I'm here to try to educate, you know, and then if people want readings, then there's readings. But the questions, I feel like it gets the energy flowing, and it gets, you know, also helps people kind of understand things. So how it works for me is I basically see and hear everything in my head. So when I get visual information, sometimes it'll be symbols, sometimes it'll be like a little like reel, you know, like a movie. Sometimes it'll be longer movie. So that's how I see. And when they present themselves, it's all in my third eye, it's all in my head. So whenever as a medium, sorry, I was reading the chat. When a spirit shows themselves to me, it's always in my third eye. And it's weird because usually they'll show me them stepping forward out into the light, and that's how I'll see them, is basically in the light. And whenever whenever they go back, they'll show that as well. So they'll show themselves walking back into the light. So that's how I see. How I hear is kind of a similar thing. I'll hear words, I'll hear phrases. Someone will like talk whatever they want to say. It'll come out and I'll channel it. Feelings, I just sometimes I'll feel chills. There was the last time I did a reading on here, I was getting chills a lot. Sometimes spirit will give me a lot of chills as validation. If I'm near some place where something kind of negative happened or something strong happened, my body will get achy. I don't really feel spirit as deeply, but I can sometimes. It just depends. And then just knowing things. Sometimes I just know things. That's called claircognizance. So I basically work with most of my clairs. I can smell things, I can taste things, things like that. So that's how it kind of works for me. Just everything is in my head. I mean, there has been, and so like if a spirit is here and they make themselves kind of known, I will still see them in my third eye. I will still see them in my head, even though they're here. Like, for instance, I had told the story of when I was driving and there was a Native American in my back seat. I saw him through my third eye. I didn't see him with my eyes. So that's kind of how I see things. So that's kind of how it works for me. Everything's in my head. And I think that's how it works for most people. It's hard for spirit to show themselves. You're welcome. You don't have to ever feel silly about asking me anything. I'm here to educate as well. I have a wolf guide, and wolf is known as teacher. So I like to teach. I like to educate people. So you don't ever have to feel silly about asking me anything. I try to explain it the best way that I can. Um, So I hope I hope I kind of explained it. I mean, like, we all work differently. We all have different gifts. So it takes spirit a lot of energy to actually show themselves, and not a lot of people can see with their eyes. There are instances or experiences that people have where they see with their eyes. I mean, there's been instances where I have, or out of the corner of my eye. But when I do readings, it's like everything is happening in my head. It's really weird because, like, I can see the other side in my head. But like I said, it's just a vibrational thing. Like, we have to raise our vibration to communicate with them, and they have to lower theirs. So that's why when you're sick or you have a low vibration, it's not really good to do readings. But it's all a vibrational thing. So, oh, no problem. I'm glad. I do try to explain. Sometimes I have a hard time explaining it. So I hope that my explanation was, um, was a good explanation. Hi, Katie. But like, I'm here to, like, educate about the other side, because this is becoming, bigger now. There's Ellen, why are you asking everybody to be their friends and chat? Yeah. Well, like, and we all work differently. I mean, there's some mediums and psychics that don't work with all their clairs. There's some that just feel things. And it can be known as an empath or a clairsentient, but empath and clairsentient are very similar. Um, you know what I mean? So it's hard to kind of tell that. I posted something about a clairsentient, and clairsentient and empath, like I said, they're very similar. It's about feeling the energy, is what clairsentient and empaths do. Like, I can have people sometimes where they're talking to me and I can feel like something's off, and I'll ask them if they're doing okay, because I can feel that something's wrong, like, that's kind of how my clairsentient works. And then I've noticed this, sometimes it's stronger, sometimes it's not. Like yesterday, like, when I do cases and stuff, sometimes I'll feel drawn to an area. Sometimes it's been validated that yes, bodies were found there. Sometimes it's not, but I know that it's got to be significant. Yesterday in a reading, we were trying to look for something, and it wasn't for a missing well, it wasn't really a missing person, but it was weird. I was looking at this place on the map, and it kind of popped out at me, and I said the name, and they said that they were actually from that area. So that was kind of crazy because that's never happened. It's never been that strong as feeling that drawn to a specific area. So that's kind of how clairsentient works. That's why I always say my clairsentience, I wish it was a little stronger, because doing missing persons, I need to be able to be pulled to a certain place on a map, you know? So that's kind of how my clairsentience and why I need it to work. But when I'm like in a haunted place, it really does affect me. Like I'll get anxiety, I'll start aching. I call it a fibroflare just because it makes me feel achy like a fibroflare would, you know. So yeah, and it can be an empath or a clairsentient or both, because you can be both a clairsentient and an empath. Just clairsentient is more of a psychic ability than an empath is. You know, there's lots of empaths in the world, but not everybody is clairsentient. But everybody can improve on their gifts. It's just they have to, you know, nurture it, grow it. Meditation is good because it helps you still your mind and learn how to connect to the other side. So that's what's good about, you can always grow your gifts, and we're not all gifted the same way. Like I noticed that I work a lot differently than a lot of other psychic mediums. And I still can't remember her name all of a sudden, but she actually worked cases and stuff too, but now she just does like readings for people and stuff. But she does, like, I noticed, because I used to always have a hard time doing live readings because I have kind of ADHD and my mind goes everywhere, which comes with the gifts because I never used to have that before. But if I focus on like doodling on a paper, I'm able to channel just like the same thing. Like when I'm typing out my readings, I'm so focused on what I'm hearing and getting that's just the easiest way for, yeah, Alison Dubois. That's what I was trying to think of her name. That's her name, Alison Dubois. But I kind of work like her because I was watching her one time and she gave me the idea that she does get drawn to a certain area in a group, but she will doodle on a pad, kind of like Tyler Henry does, but she works off of a name like I do. Yeah, Allison. Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm actually going to go to. I'm wanting to go to some haunted places and put it on my YouTube. That's a plan that I want to do. There actually is a haunted hotel down here. I need to call them and if um see if they would allow me to go there and film something. So that's something I actually want to do and put it on my YouTube. I think it would be cool. So I just can't film myself, so I have to have somebody go with me. But Arizona is very haunted, but there is like a haunted hotel down here, and there's some other places. That's the idea I wanted to add to my YouTube. Yeah, I know. That's a plan. I've been so busy lately with trying to prepare for my son to come. I need to actually call. I need to call to over there and see if I have to stay there, if they'll let me go there or what, because a lot of those places you have to ask for permission. So that's in the plans and in the works. And I think I decided today what I'm going to do for my Patreon. I think I'm going to start with Ted Bundy. That's just something that keeps nagging at me. So yeah, I mean, that's been a plan. That's what I've been wanting to do. My mom's like, I'll come do it with you. And it's actually not far from my house, so that's good because of the animals. But no, girl, you're like the only one here. Don't even worry about it. You're not taking up my time. I mean, I'm here if anybody wants readings, and if they don't, then you're not taking up my time. If you have any more questions, you can go ahead and ask me. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna do that. Actually, my son wants to do it with his girlfriend because his girlfriend, I guess, is a lot like me, and she likes that kind of stuff. But I just need to actually call over there or go by there. Now it's the weekend, so I don't know. I don't know if they're open tomorrow, but I need to go talk to them and see if like they're open to stay there or if I have to get permission or what I need to do. But it's supposedly super haunted. This road out here is supposedly one of the most haunted highways. I've never had any experiences, and I don't know if it's right here or if it's further down or exactly where it is on the highway. But it used to be called 666 highway or something like that. And there's supposedly hellhounds and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. Um, but supposedly that hotel is very haunted, and I don't think anybody's done. I don't know if there's anybody that's done investigations there or not. So I have to go ask them and see. But I'm also not far from Tombstone. I actually went to Tombstone. I had experiences in Tombstone. But they don't let you really film in Tombstone. They don't let people investigate there, not in that specific area, but there's other parts of Tombstone where you can investigate at. So yeah. Well, Arizona is supposedly like haunted everywhere because of the history of it. So there's a lot of places that I could actually go. I was actually trying to get on investigation teams out here. Um, yeah. Well, my mom is sensitive and she wants to help me. She's like totally into it too. It's just she lives kind of far away, so we're trying to figure out when we can do it. But it's my fault because I haven't talked to them and let them know, you know. Hello. Now people on my YouTube are coming on. So, yeah. Eli says that, or my son says that he likes she likes like haunted places and stuff, and they actually want to go to Tombstone. There's a murder tour that we want to go to at nighttime. So I don't know. We might be able to do that. I have to see. That's one reason I'm trying to do more live readings and get more income because they're coming out here and I'd like to do a few things with them. So plus bills and whatnot, but no, I'm not getting busy. I'm cool. You're the only person watching in the group. I've got 7 people on YouTube now, but like I said, I need something to talk about, not just sit here. Is no one's getting readings right now, so it's fine. Yeah, in Tombstone, there's a murder tour that you could take at night. They only do it like Fridays and Saturdays, and so I kind of wanted to do that. I almost went and worked out there, but it's like an hour away. It's just too far. But they were wanting tour guides not long ago. So, oh, Francis, I love you. You're always such a sweetheart to me. Um, it's in Tombstone, which is like an hour away from me. It's not that far. The very first time I went out there, they took me like the back way, like country back way. I've heard the whole state is haunted, dude. You know, Francis, you're so good to me. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. So, if you guys want to know update on Bear, he's doing fine. He's about to get out of the cone and out of the crate. So, we said 4 days, but I might do it tonight. I don't know. He looks like it's scabbed over where they were worried about, but the internal stitch is kind of sticking out, which is weird. I don't know why they didn't cut it, because I had that on my own surgery and it wouldn't like scar over it until I cut it. So I don't know where my scissors are though. So I don't know why they left it out, but he's doing good. So thanks everybody that helped me with that. Yeah, dude, I'm so into it. Like I said, I've been trying to get on haunted tours. I've been trying to get on a paranormal investigation out here, but I haven't had anything work out because I'm so far away from everybody. I don't know. Like, I've talked to people, but they never follow. It doesn't get followed through on, so it kind of sucks. Oh, he had surgery. He decided to eat underwear and get him stuck. And I had a lot of people help donate to get him surgery, so he has a cone of shame. So because he has a long scar, it's like probably longer than that, about that size or longer. He's just a bad boy. That's all there is to it. That I wanted to update for the people that did donate and that we're following and all of that. So I have 8 people on YouTube now. So like I was saying, if anybody wants a reading, you know how it goes here. Donate, give me a name or a question or whatever. But right now we're just talking about whatever people want to talk about to get the energy going. I know that like this area is very haunted. Sierra Vista is very haunted. Tucson, like everything. Like there's a paranormal group, Katie, that has like 10,000 members in it, and they talk about, it's called Haunted Arizona. Check that out. Girl, he usually did have guts of steel, and actually he's been eating stuff, whatever he can find for as long as I remember, but his luck ran out. So so now I have a baby gate where he can't get in my laundry room. I don't even know where he got them at, because I usually keep all that stuff up. Well, Francis, I think they're involved somehow. Because have you seen my video of the validation? I think they're involved somehow. What are you guys into? I just don't know exactly how involved, but pretty involved, because my validation video is like 40 minutes. So that's what I think about it. Yeah, that video took me over 12 hours to make because I kept running out of room. I kept having to re-record it. It was just absolutely insane. So that's what I think. I think they're involved somehow, because I don't think it can't be a coincidence that I got the name Keegan. You know, that's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that I got that they were kin. There's just too much. There's just too much that matches. So I think they have to be involved somehow. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on it. And I'm actually, well, I say Keegan because that's how I heard it, but Keegan, whatever, same thing. So I've been actually trying to see if I could get on some true crime places and talk about it, because I got all this information 5 years ago and no one's paying attention. So I'm trying to let people know. The reason why I want them to know is that they have to be involved if this information came in 5 years ago. They have to be, because everybody's just guessing, but I can't explain it any other way. You know what I mean? Guru boss. So I can try. I never know what's going to come through. Like I said, I'm doing donation readings, so you would send a donation, and then however much your donation is basically how long of a reading you're going to get. And then I would need his name. So that would be how we would go about that. Yeah, it's not a common name. And that was the very first auto write too that I got that in, which I find kind of crazy. Okay. Or you could use your donation, whatever you want to do. Or if you want to do it privately, that's good too. Whatever you want to do. If you don't want it public, then you can just message me. We can do it private. Totally up to you on how you want to do it. Because I've got to do my chat line tonight, so I cannot stay on here all night again. I'm like behind 5 hours. You have to do 10 hours a week, and I've only done 5. But I've been going. Like, this is the longest I've sat down. And I've been dying because of that. But, like, I wanted it to be really nice when my son came out. So I've been painting and cleaning, and I still have my whole house to clean, and I've only got 1 day to do it. So I might be up a little late tonight doing that as well. I need to clean my car, too, because I got hay in the back seat. He hates it, so I'd like to try to get the hay out and clean it. Because when I pick them up, they're not sitting in hay. But I have a lot to do. But yeah, I'm trying to get on, the open people that are open that are that do like the crime stuff. Okay. Hopefully my pen works because it's like bent. I have to buy pens. I'm doing this. I've been running out of pens so easily now, and like I don't have any. Great, this pen writes weird. It's because it's bent. Oh, sorry. Okay, we're going to be doing a reading now on Joshua Lamont Johnson. Okay. So Guru Boss, if you can just validate things in the comments. I keep forgetting to post the comments when I do the reading or when I do the lives. We'll try to do it tonight. We'll see what happens after this. And then if we don't, then you can just message me. I owe someone else from last time too. Because I'm trying not to work as much next week. So I'm trying to get it all done before he gets here. So, all right. I have to ask you, Guru Boss, is there something connected to the head? Because I keep getting a reference to my head, specifically the back of my head. And my hair got stuck. I'm getting like a sharp pain in the back of my head. Does that make sense? Now, it can be like, an ailment or something that is involved. Okay. Can you tell me how that makes sense? Sorry, when we validate, yeah, and then how it makes sense. And for some reason, it helps the reading to flow more. It just lets me know I'm on the right track. And I'm able to. Okay. So it is involved. And also there is a reference. I don't know why I'm getting kind of like a sharp pain in my stomach area and the left side. He's coming in kind of slowly, so not really sure why. Okay. I also feel like I also involved. Okay. So I also feel like I kind of want to cough, but it's weird because I get the feeling like my throat feels kind of weird, but I get the feeling of I don't know if I really want to say this, like coughing up blood. I don't know if that makes sense. But that's kind of what he's referencing. Okay. And I've never gotten that in a reading before, so and I've been doing readings for 10 years, but they've never said that to me. So he's just making me feel stuff. I'm trying to see really kind of what else is coming in. He's just making me feel a lot of stuff because then right here, my chest, I'm like getting a pain right here. I was gonna say that it feels like sorry, it's okay. My dog's outside. So, because I'm getting a reference to I'm gonna get there. Right now, he's just making me feel things. So, I guess as part of a passing. He's not very strong right now, so I'm working on that, trying to get a better connection. But like he's making the whole side of my head hurt. My heart's hurting. I keep hearing gunshots. So does that make sense? But I feel like it's weird. Like I feel like multiple things. I don't know if that makes sense as well. Okay. So was he shot then? Because at the same time, I feel blowback. I want to say that there was multiple shots. And okay, that's what I was going to say. I want to say there's multiple things. Okay. So shot and other things. Okay. Do you know if shot in the head, the chest, and the stomach? Because I get multiple things unless the other stuff, because I also want to say there's more physical things done. I want to say stabbed, but I don't know if that's correct. I just hear very violent. Okay. Yeah, all right. So I was going to say I was right. Okay, so stabbed and beat. Yeah. All right. So that's the multiple things I was getting. Do you know if he was, I hate to be graphic. I don't like being graphic. But do you know if he was kicked in the head? Because I see someone kicking him in the head. I also get a reference to two people. Now, it's two people either involved or two people know about it. You know, one did it and that there's one person that knows about it, or two people were there. But, okay. All right. So I definitely feel that he knew the people. I don't feel like this was anything random. There is talk of money being owed here, or an argument over money or something. This was very personal. Okay, this wasn't something that this is a very personal act. This is a very personal act. Like, it doesn't feel okay. Well, there's definitely money being talked about. I feel like there's argument over money, and there was some. I don't know if he owed someone. I also hear the word disrespect. I'm feeling that the people involved are connected to a gang or something like that. They're connected to a group. I hear a group of thugs. Make sense? Okay. So more disrespect than about him owing money, and yes, gang. Okay. Well, like there was both things. So do you know if the specific gang, the color red, is involved with them? Because I'm getting the color red very strongly. Also, I don't know why he's showing me a warehouse, or it's either a warehouse or an abandoned building or something like this where this could have taken place. Okay. Because when he's, yes, there's some place that is like no one's there. It's just a building. I just see a building. So that would make sense. Because I see him, I hear the word tortured. So I feel like he was tortured for a little bit. As I see him on the ground and he's being kicked. And there's pain in the back of my neck. That could be what it was about the money, but like he knew the people. These weren't. I think he knew them. There's a familiarity there. Unless he knew someone that knew them, you know what I mean? But I get like at least 2 people were there, at least 2, because this wasn't just done by one person. Because when he's on the ground and I'm seeing him kicked, there's 2 people kicking, and then like one person had the knife and one person had the gun. You know what I mean? It's like they took turns. But this was more than just the money. Like I said, this is very, very personal. Very personal. So he pissed someone off. That's how it comes across. Do you know if he smoked or sold weed? Because that's coming in as well. Okay. So that's the connection. Okay. I also hear something about turf, like maybe he was selling on their turf. And I'm getting the chills. So that's validation right there. Oh, thank you. It's actually him. I'm just the channel. So I'm thinking that he was maybe taking some of their, like selling on their turf, and they didn't like that. So there's a reference to all 3 of those things. That and the disrespect, and the money. So they felt like it was their money because he was selling on their turf. I do feel like he was set up. I do feel like I get the name Joaquin. Hang on to that. I don't know how it fits. But I see these as black guys. I don't see them as white guys. Does that name make sense to you? You said OMG. Now you're going to have to tell me how it makes sense, because my names have been getting better. Okay. So he is connected in some way. All right. He was either there or he's the center of it all. Okay. Okay. Well, he relates in some way, or I wouldn't have gotten the name. Okay. I hear the words trust no one. Okay. Your friend was into some shady stuff. Not like hardcore shady stuff, but you know, like he sold and stuff like that. And so he knew some shady people. You know what I mean? He knew some shady people. And this gang did not like that he was taking business, or it's all around this. It's all around what he was doing. Okay. I also am seeing a white Escalade. Like a nice looking Escalade, white, like a pearl color white. That song, They See Me Rolling, I have no idea why that song's playing in my head. So there's someone that's of significance that drives this. This was sort of like a hit. They wanted him out of the way. I don't know if he was taking their business, so therefore taking the money. So that's why I think they took the money. They felt like it was theirs because that was their turf. And I in a way think that your friend knew what he was doing, but at the same time, he didn't think anything of it. You know, weed, not a big deal kind of thing. I don't know why they're showing me that. There's a reference to a bat, but I have no idea why they're showing me that. If he was also, if that was part of the beating or not, I don't know. Or if there's a different meaning there. So anything I give you that doesn't make sense, just please hang on to it because everything I get is for a reason. Oh, he's most likely beat with that. Okay, so that's why they're showing me the bat. So what was done to him is something that a gang would do. And again, very personal. Okay. All right, that makes sense. Because then he shows me like the bat with blood on it. And actually, I think after he was gone, they just continued doing stuff. Like, I think he was already gone by the time they shot him. I mean, like I said, he shows me he was tortured. Does that make sense? So they tortured him with beating him, and then there might even be more than two involved because it kind of feels like a group thing, but I just keep getting the number 2. So, very violent, very horrendous, very evil people that are involved in this. Yeah, because I came in earlier, but I came in again. He really, really ticked someone off. Also, the name David is coming in. Okay. Also, I have no idea what this means, okay? But I hear the word banditos. No idea. No idea what that means. And you might not know, like I said, hang on to anything that doesn't make sense because it's gotta fit somewhere, some way, somehow, unless someone's piggybacking. But I don't think so. I think it's gonna connect here. So just hang on to it. You might not know who was involved. But the guys look dark skinned. But it's weird because bandito is like a Spanish or Mexican saying. So I don't even know what that means. I think it means bandits. Um There's a reference to someone with tats on his face. I think specifically a teardrop, but there might be other tats. Like this guy looks. I don't know how this guy connects because this guy looks more like a lighter white guy. I don't know if he's mixed or not. I don't know. I just know he looks bald with tats, like a lot of tats. Like he's very tatted up. And I don't know how he fits into this scenario either. Again, especially cases and things like this, pieces of puzzles, okay? They're puzzle pieces. Got to put the puzzle pieces together. So just hang on to everything I tell you, even if it doesn't make sense, it's going to make sense somewhere. I just heard Joaquin has the answers. He knows something. If he's not involved, he knows something. Okay. And I could probably get deeper information if you were to contact me and we were to do this through typing. I could probably get deeper information, but so do you know where the the dumpster comes in. Because he's showing me a dumpster, so I don't know if he was left by one or stuff was thrown in a dumpster that they used, or there's a dumpster nearby where he was found. Okay, so probably evidence was thrown in the dumpster. Okay, so there's something with the dumpster. So again, like I said, hang on to everything I give you, because probably in the storage area where you're talking about, the dumpster, something was left there. More than likely. Because they're showing me that strongly, which is probably not there anymore, obviously. But so I don't know why he's showing that. I mean, it's not like it's going to be that helpful. Did they take his wallet or just his money? She's talking about his wallet. Or a wallet. Okay, so did they leave his wallet then? And just take his money? Okay. No, he just keeps showing me a wallet, so I don't know. I don't know if it's because they left the wallet or they threw away the wallet or whatever, but there's something with a wallet. The color red just keeps coming in. It's got to be connected to the gang. Reference to a lot of gang tats, but that one guy I keep seeing, he's like got tats all over his neck and around his face and everything. Yeah, Joaquin keeps coming up as having the answers or knowing something. Okay, I don't think he'll talk though, because he's scared. He says the word's dangerous. So this is even dangerous for you. As there's, bigger ties here. Sometimes I can find stuff, sometimes I can't. I found a person's wallet and stuff like that, but I never know. Also, do you know why he's mentioning keys? I don't know if they were taken or left or in the ignition or something. I just hear the word keys. Yeah, this is okay. So then he's just validating about the keys being taken. Okay. Okay. Don't tell me. Casey said that. It's all right. Was the place that he was left at kind of like a random spot on the side of the road? I see a lot of trees and like dirt, and there's like a curve at some point, but I kind of feel like I'm like not in the city. Does that make sense? Okay. This was a hit. I just hear the word hit. Okay. Sure does make sense. All right. Okay. Okay, I heard the words stop digging. He doesn't want you to get hurt. He says it doesn't matter. Just because he says these people are evil, they're dangerous, they're connections. Okay, if you want to inbox me, if you don't want to say it here, I'd like to know. Yes. So, because I feel like because the gang ties he shows me connect out. And this was a hit. This was not like just people finding someone and being like, oh, I'm gonna beat this guy up and kill him. It wasn't like that. Okay, this was planned. I also get a reference to a phone call from there's something about receiving a phone call or something that put him where he was. Okay. Find out too if you can find out where banditos make sense. I'm going to do a Google on that because I heard that very clearly. I've never heard that before. And the color red comes in strong. But it's weird because I also get blue. I know they're both like gang colors, but brutal. Like they're just brutal people. So again, this gang like ties to a much bigger. Oh, hi Angela. Nice to see you. It ties to a much bigger syndicate. I didn't expect to see you here. I'm glad you're here though. I haven't talked to you in like, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if that's what it means though. Unless that's where they hang out at. Find out if it connects to a gang somehow. Angela, please. In New York. I just got this pain in my shoulder. I wonder if his shoulder was dislocated or something like that. I don't even know if you would know that. But with as much as happened to him, I wouldn't doubt it. Thank you. Also, find out what gang is red out there. Oh, yes, it was dislocated. Okay, because he just made my shoulder like feel like it's falling off. So, I'm wondering if it was the left shoulder. Okay. He just says stop looking. He doesn't want you getting hurt or anything to happen to you because of this. I wonder if he was selling for someone else. Because he shows me kind of he like had a boss like that he was selling for. So that kind of comes in too. Okay. I heard the word stepping on toes. Just stepping on someone's toes, obviously. So he was selling for someone. Okay. I hear like crime boss, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm in some like mafia movie or something. He just says the word big mistakes. Big mistake. He made a big mistake. Now it makes me wonder if he skimmed some money that he was selling instead of giving it to his boss or something like that. There's something. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. So this is somehow connected to the person he was selling for. If that makes sense. There was someone that was skimming money. Got a moth in here. I'm really not getting much else. Motorcycle gang, okay. From New York. Because it's weird. Like, he was showing me darker skinned males. And then they showed me the guy with the tats, like, was white, bald white guy. Okay. I don't know how they connect, but they must connect some way, somehow. Because that's the first time I didn't even know who that was. So, okay. Does he have tats? Because I see him like his neck and stuff and tats on his like neck and his face or by his face. Okay. So then he's significant. And then I keep seeing like I want to say he's black, but I don't know. Like he's just dark skinned. Can only see him very well. So as far as I think he was skimming a little bit, but I think others were too. And I think he got blamed for more than what he did. And the only reason I say that is because I see him taking money and putting it in his pocket. I said, you're spot on. I know these people. I've seen him with them before. He had just started doing business with these people. Okay. So that's the validation then. And that would be two people. Because those are the two he's showing me. But the dark skinned guy, I can't really see him that well. I just want to know how the banditos fit in. They've got to be connected somehow, some way. Yeah, there's others connected. Yeah, of course. Like they were told to do this. This was a hit. They were told to take care of him. Okay. I feel like I'm in a movie. Okay. But I think when I got the word banditos, I was trying to get information on the gang. So somehow that connects. Okay. Just keep that in mind. I'm not really sure how it connects, but somehow it connects. Because I heard that very clearly. They are. I want to say that they're connected like to different, like, I want to say they're connected to that motorcycle gang, but also, like, I hear crime boss, and when I hear crime boss, I want to say that's something mafia cartel related. That's what it reminds me of. So usually gangs do connect out and branch out like that. So there's red lettering on their patches. Okay. But there's yeah. Which I had said a little while ago. That's why I was saying if he was working for someone, because he kept saying he was working for someone, and then I heard crime boss. But so friends and family, please. But there's got to be a gang that connects to just the color red. I know there is. I just don't know if they're New York. I can't remember if it's the Bloods or the Crips, or I don't know, but that comes in pretty strong. You're welcome. Thank you. With goods and services, they take out so much for PayPal. It's ridiculous. I think that's all I'm getting. He's giving me a hug. Oh, okay. Okay. They're involved somehow, and I don't know if it's the drug running of it, or I don't know if they're brutal or not, but they connect somehow. I just don't know how they connect. It's important. It's important because that's the first time I've ever heard that name for a gang. Okay. So that's important. So hopefully that gave you some more answers, I hope. Thank you, Angela, for looking that up for me. I think we talked about that in another case recently, didn't we? A couple months ago? I'm pretty sure. It's similar people. Okay. You're welcome. Hopefully that gives you an avenue to go, you know. Yeah. I thought so. So there was someone that was next. Gotta go figure out who it was. I don't know, Casey, if you want help on your thing, but let's see. There was someone else. Jessica. Are you wanting your reading now or what? Yeah, it's similar. Only this guy was found and not hidden. So they wanted him to be found because they left him in the car on the side of the road. Obviously, he's going to be found. The other way, the guy they don't want found. So it's almost like when they leave him like that, it's a message. So Guru Boss, this was definitely a message. So yeah, I worked that case for several years. It's just It's hard when like you have these kind of people involved. You're welcome. Message me if you need anything else on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Because otherwise they would have hit his body, you know what I mean? Sometimes they do that, but this one it was like they left him out for him to be found. So I'm doing donations. Depending on the donation that you give Billy, is how long your readings are going to be. So Jessica, are you wanting your reading? I don't know where you went. Sandy, I kind of want to do yours in Messenger for some odd reason. I don't really know why. So can you message me? Can you message me tonight, and we'll set up a day, next week or the week after. I'm just better with appointments. Is that okay with you? I don't know why I feel like I need to do yours. I don't know why. No, the list isn't long. Yeah. I was just thinking about you too. If that's okay. And then you have it to look back on. But I don't know. For some reason I want to do yours privately. I don't really know why. My son's gonna be here next week, so I'm not trying to schedule too much for next week. But I am still gonna have to work, obviously, especially with my chat line. But he's only here for a few days. Okay, cool. Jessica, are you here? Jessica. I have to look back at her name again. I gotta remember to freaking add the chat when I do these lives. I keep forgetting to do that. Her. Jessica Watkins. Jessica Watkins. Okay. Well, Jessica, get with me. If we finish here and you don't come back on, just message me on Facebook Messenger, Instagram, or email me. Or pop in and let me know you're still here. I'll do it after Maria. So, Maria, what are you needing help with? Oh, I need to check. Thank you, Maria. I can't read your whole message, but thank you. And Jessica. So, what can I help you with? That MC. What's MC? Motorcycle. I don't know what MC means. Established in Thailand in 2001, freaking crazy, and expanded in Malaysia and Singapore in 2006. They have one in Dubai. Weird. They are everywhere, aren't they? Huh. If it's possible, okay. I was like, what's MC mean? I wanted to see if it's possible to tap into a lady on white horse who doesn't want me to research the family tree. What do you mean she doesn't want you to research the family tree? Why do you think she doesn't want you to research it? She comes in your dreams and tells you not to research it? She told you to stop. Okay. Try to see. I've never done anything like that before. I'm trying to even see if she's a ghost or a spirit. She feels more. I keep hearing the word guide. I don't even think she's a spirit. Well, I mean, guides are spirits, but I keep hearing the word guide come in with her. I mean, if she's telling you that, it's more than likely to protect you from finding something out. And if she is a guide, because I keep hearing the word guide with her, there's a reason for it. But again, you can research if you want to. She can't physically stop you from researching. So there's probably something that they're trying to protect you from. Can't. She comes across as a guide. I don't know. I hear guide with it, but I'm getting kind of nauseous at the same time. Yeah, I think it is protection. There's some strong, like, dark stuff around there somewhere. Like, I'm getting nauseated, but I don't really know why. Nauseated and hot. Okay. You get nauseated, dizzy, and confused. Yeah. So that might be their way of telling you don't do it. I want to say there's a lot of and I'm getting a headache now too. So yeah, there Might be a lot of dark energy on that side. A lot of dark things might have happened. You have a lot of ancestors. When you see her, is the horse, did you say the horse was white? I can't remember if you said the horse was white, but I keep seeing a white horse. And what she's wearing is kind of sheer and long flowing. And her hair, I want to say her hair is very long. It kind of looks like, I don't know if it's golden brown or like a blondish brown color. It doesn't feel very dark. I don't know if that makes sense. Also, there's pain in my chest for some odd reason. And her hair is like a lighter color, right? It's almost like a, I don't know if it's golden brown or dirty blonde. It's lighter. It's not like I don't see it. I don't know. There's something that you're being protected from that they don't want you to know about, or that it's just too dark of energy for you to go into. Because I keep getting some kind of dark energy around it, dark magic, dark. There's a lot of ancestors too that are around you. You do have a lot of that, the Native American ancestors around you. I can hear the drumming and the chanting. It's related to the real father for my mother. It could be. I don't really know what the reason as to why they're trying to stop you, but it does feel like it's protection. And this woman that you're seeing, she comes across as a guide figure. Like, I see her like just in white light, and yeah, and they're around you a lot too, and so you're probably feeling that energy. Like, I'm feeling lightheaded right now. I feel like there's some kind of there. Do you know if there is a medicine? Have you come across anything in your looking about a medicine woman, or that type of person? Yeah, I think she's your guide. Which is kind of cool to have that connection to a guide, because I mean, I don't have my guides come in my dreams that I know of. So, like, I just kept hearing that word guide, and she presents as that. She doesn't present as like a spirit that's haunting you. I have my reasons. So what I would be interested in you doing is going into a meditation and trying to meet with her, and see if like one of those guided meditations to meet your guides, and see if that's who you meet. Yeah, there's something. I can't get exactly what it is, but there is something that they just don't want you to know, or don't want you to figure out. Something really dark around there somewhere, or a family secret that they don't want you to know. I get the name Andrea. I don't know if that would be her name or not. But she feels like guide energy to me. Yeah. And that's what I'm getting, a lot of that magic stuff. Magic, medicine woman, which isn't bad. At all. But that's not what they're trying to keep you from finding out, because you would be born with that gift and you would carry it through lifetimes. She could be. Now we can have, our guides are those that before we're born we connect with on the other side, and they decide to guide us through life. Sometimes they're with us from birth, sometimes they're with us throughout our lives to help us with different things. So they can be a past relative from another life, yes, most definitely, that decided to help guide you in this one. So I feel like that's what they're telling me that she is to you, is a guide. She's one of your guides. I'd be curious though if you did, like I said, a meditation. They have guided meditations on YouTube where you can meet your guides. I would try those and see who you end up meeting. I'm curious if Andrea is her name, or if you find Andrea in your. But yeah, they definitely can be from another life, or yeah. And they would present in dreams like that as well. But there is a lot of that sorcery, witchery, all of that in your past, in your line, in your bloodline. Like there's a reference to a medicine woman in your. I'm curious if you're gonna find one in your research. You'd have to go way back though, but I feel like it carries down the line of a healer, like you're talking about, and that's what I was getting. But there is some dark magic there too. There's some dark stuff in there. I don't really know exactly what. Maybe some murders and whatnot, but just know there's a reason that they're doing it. I would definitely try that meditation and see who you come up with. See if you can meet her in the meditation. If you do, then you know that she's a guide. I feel strongly she is, because that's how she's presenting, as a guide would present. And I see her glowing. I don't see her as I see the other spirits. And they kept saying, guide to me, guide to me. So yeah, there's some very powerful stuff there in your line. And a lot of the Native Americans do carry that powerful magic with them. So that's where it's coming from. Hey, stop. Yeah, there's something like that. Like there's some murders going. There's some dark stuff going on there, possibly murders or something, and family drama. It could be, but it does kind of feel like your dad's side, or the dad's side. But it could possibly be both, but it does feel it does feel on the dad's side. Paternal. I heard paternal. That doesn't mean that there's both, there's not, both sides don't have something. Because that's the thing, is in our lives, we come here to learn lessons, plain and simple. We're not always good. We're not bad. We just are what we need to be for our lessons. So But for some reason, it feels like there's something dark or a dark entity or something around this, only because the way that they're making me feel with my face is my tell for kind of like darker, heavy energy. So it kind of made me wonder exactly what it is. Well, it might not be necessarily it might not be necessarily Native American related on his side. Like I said, it's probably both, but there's something on the paternal side that maybe they're trying to hide or they don't want you to know. But like I said, there's stuff on both sides, but there's something on the paternal side. But you know, the Native American heritage and all that's going to come from your mom's side, obviously. Yeah. Michelle, it's all pinned at the top. So you would donate and then we would do that. I hope you do. I know it's kind of confusing because they're not being actually really clear with me either. So if they're telling you not to do it, I would listen. There's probably a reason. Okay. We're not going to always get all the answers that we want. You know what I mean? As much as we would like to, we're not going to always get them. So I would try to go into that meditation and see what I'm curious if she's going to show up as a guide, because I feel strongly that she's a guide that you're connecting with. And you do have the strong, gene on your side for healing and whatnot. Like that is a maternal side, but there's something on the paternal side that's why they're wanting you to stop. I think that's how it kind of comes across. It's at the top. You should be able to click on the thing on the top. It's pinned. Yeah. You don't click it. It's not a link. You have to go to however you're going to do it. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, and find me in there under those names. It's not a link. I think there's a chief on that side, Maria. They are not referring to my research on her bio father. I just hear the word paternal. But there's a chief. There's a Native American chief. There's a guy in a huge headdress that reminds me of a chief that I think is connected on that's the mom's side. So that's interesting. And I'm kind of getting a pain in my stomach. So I'd be curious if you found anything on her side that relates back to a chief. And Francis, yeah, I did talk about this earlier, but that is how I communicate. I see that everything happens in my head. I don't always see them, only if they show me. But if they show me, I see them in my head. Anything that I see or hear, it's all in my head. Unless I'm feeling, then it's more of like a pull, or sometimes I'll feel, the pains of the passing or the chills or whatever. But I basically use all of those and a knowing. I just know things. As cognizant, so I use all my clairs. Yeah, see if you run across a chief there somewhere, because there's some kind of, I keep seeing a guy in a huge headdress with white and red feathers, and it's like one of the really big long ones, you know, down the back. So I want to say he's a chief, and I would say that's on your mom's side. And you also have, should be a medicine woman there as well on that side. And then okay, Billy, 1 second. But there's something on the dad's side. Yeah, Francis, it is. It is. It is very much. I wish it was a lot stronger sometimes, but it is what it is. I'm going with it where I'm led to go with it. So that's pretty amazing. I got freaking hungry all of a sudden. Yeah, I don't know anything about like heritage and genes and all that. Like, I'm so dumb when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I was gonna say Canada makes sense. And I don't think it's talking about, I don't know about the biofather. It's paternal side is where they're talking about. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. You know, they just show me, I feel a lot of the Native American ancestors around you, and then like I said, the people, you know, the chief, I see him very clearly. So, but I hope it was helpful. It doesn't feel like it was very helpful. I don't do a lot of like this genetic readings and stuff. Like, that's not really it's not really where I know even how to even do that, because I would have to connect to ancestors and stuff, which I can sometimes, but it just seems a little harder. But I really do think that was a guide, and she's protecting you, or, you know, doing her job. Yes, I do. It's a donation. So depending on your donation, the kind of reading you get. Maternal grandmother and mother than you. Yeah. Nope. Quit that. Quit that. Drop that. Drop it. Drop it. Drop. There you go. RachelleLapham. Poppy, stop. I didn't say come over here. I just said drop it. Okay. So, Billy, did you send a donation? I don't know why I'm not. Okay. I got it. Never mind. I see it. If you need anything else, Maria, just message me. I can probably do, I could probably get more information through Messenger. RachelleLapham. Yeah, I was calling you, Jessica. Yeah, I got yours. Okay, Billy, I got one more person before you. Jessica, she did hers first, and then then you're right after that. If you can hang around for a minute. Holy shit! Look what just happened to my pin. What the? Well, I have to write with this now. It just flew off. It's the only pin I have. I want to make sure I understood what you were trying to tell me. If they were trying to say for me to stop researching the end. I hope so. I hear paternal, though. I don't think it has... She didn't say in the dream. I don't think it's the... I don't know. I just hear paternal with it. Yeah, if you need any more help, just message me, because I probably still owe you a little bit more. I'm just not getting much else with it right now. Yeah, Jessica, you're next. I do a specific person. I don't do, like, just pick up who's around you. That's not really how I work. I mean, sometimes I can, but it's not one of my strongest things. Yeah, so now I have to use it like this. This is crap, because I don't have another pin. Thank you, Maria. I'm just saying, if you need more help with it, just message me on Instagram or Facebook, So, I don't know that I helped that much with that. I'm not used to those kind of questions. Oh, Michelle, I can't get to your thing. I don't know where it went. Oh, where we go. Oh. Sorry about that. Okay. So, Jessica, all right. Freaking got so hungry all of a sudden. Looks like I'm going to have to go buy some pins. This is ridiculous. Okay, Jessica, just trying to connect here. Starting to get tired. I hope I get to everybody. Tony. Where are you, Tony? Tony. Okay, I don't know why he's making my left ear hurt. If he had an issue with his ears or what, or ear. But my ears are kind of hurting. You're welcome. I hope it was helpful. I don't think that I did much on that. You could Jessica, just validate in the comments, please. And real quick before I get into Tony, Michelle, I can't answer your message because it takes me off of Instagram. It takes me off of Facebook and puts me on Instagram. And then it takes my pen's not writing. Damn it. And then it takes my it tries to take me off live when I go to talk to you in Instagram. So if you want to, I would do a donation reading for you in Instagram or Facebook Messenger. If you just want to message me, and we can do it that way if you want. Okay. But if you have Cash App or Venmo, just find me under my name right there, or PayPal. It's gentleheartreadings@hotmail.com. If you're having an issue, but yeah, it's not. I can't. Last time I did that, it took me off of my live. Okay. Well, it's coming from a headache, I think. But the headache is making my ears hurt. So I don't know if headache it can be an ailment or connected to an illness or something like that. Also, the front of my throat area is kind of hurting. And I don't have a freaking pen. Also, I hear the words muscle spasms, so I don't know if someone used to get them, if he used to get them. Am I lagging on YouTube? I'm feeling super hot. Well, did it have anything to do with the head and the neck? But the muscle spasm, yeah, you guys don't tell me what they passed from. Just say, yeah, it makes sense. Because sometimes they tell me what they passed from, sometimes they don't, but usually they do. Okay. Do you know if he suffered or someone else on the other side suffered from muscle spasms, or do you? There's something that has to do with, because I hear the word muscle spasm. because it's just like making my head hurt really bad. Okay, is there a connection to I mean, I kind of feel like he always felt like, how do I say this? He always felt, okay, no, but my head would be him, understand? So the way that spirit talks is they can give information. When they make me feel things, they're making me feel as part of their passing or something connected to their passing or an ailment. And if they're saying muscle spasm and it doesn't relate to them, but it relates to you, then they're validating that you have that issue. You understand? So the muscle spasms or the muscle issues, he is validating that for you. But the head and the throat and all this is what is hurting me right now. I think that connects to him because I can feel the passings. You know what I mean? Because they will talk about people that are still here and things that are going on with them to validate that. Okay? Makes sense. Do you know if he was a father? I don't know. He doesn't necessarily have to be your father, but I hear the words father. And also, my phone is dying. And also, I feel like he was always kind of. Do you know if he drank to self-medicate? Because there is a sense of depression there. He knocks pills down. So sometimes I take pills, but I don't want to, or I don't like to take pills. Or they're on medication, usually when they show me that. But also, there's a reference to a set-off with a woman. I don't know if that makes sense. That would make him more depressed or something like that. Okay. He was a dad and drinking makes sense. Okay, so did he kind of drink to self-medicate? Like numb the pain, in other words? Also, do you know if there was a situation with a woman prior to his passing that kind of made him sort of spiral? Okay. Shut up, puppy. Sorry. Okay. Because he keeps showing me this woman and saying that, like, there was issues before his passing that was like that was causing issues. But I feel like, I don't know if he had a predisposition to depression or something like that, but I feel like he kind of kept everything in. And did he like to work on cars or something like that? Because there is a reference to, like, he shows me overalls, and I'm pretty sure it's working on cars or a reference to someone working on cars. Sorry, I'm starting to get super tired. Okay. It would have been when he was younger. I don't know. He just shows me with overalls on, like under a car, working on it. So I don't know if that's something he wanted to do or if someone else does it. I'm not really sure. He's not very strong. It could be me too, because I'm a little tired. And again, do you know if he was on pills or didn't like taking pills or something like that? Because he has there's a pill bottle and then he kind of hits it. Also, do you know if he could have been hiding medical issues? Like, do you know if he could have been hiding like an illness that maybe he didn't want to pass from? I don't know if that makes sense. I also hear the word uncle, so okay. So, because him hitting the medicine tells me that he didn't want to take it, because I'm thinking he had cancer or something of that nature, because when I first got his name, I heard cancer, but I didn't say it because it kind of wasn't fitting with what I was feeling. I just don't feel he wanted to waste away from cancer. I feel like that was part of the reason why he did this. If that makes sense. He's not like, usually if they're standoffish in life, they're that way, and on the other side, like their personality is very similar. So I'm just like trying to get stuff from him, but I feel like he's very quiet, very standoffish, very to himself. And I feel like with his passing, he wanted to go on his own terms. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he found out he possibly had cancer, because I feel that strongly. And he did not want anybody to know. He did not want anybody to worry about him. He did not want anybody to have to take care of him. He felt like he was doing everybody a favor. Okay. So that was immediately what I felt like contributed. Some new diagnosis, but no one ever said, yeah. I also hear the word uncle with him, so I don't know if he was an uncle or how that connects, but that comes in as well. But yeah, that's why he makes me feel like he didn't want anybody to have to, he didn't want to be a burden to anybody. He didn't want to burden anybody. Very private about himself. You know what I mean? Like, and I just feel like that was his personality. Like, he didn't want to burden anybody. He wanted to go on his own terms. And I hear he was going to pass anyways, is what he says. He just didn't go through all the drama beforehand. The only note I'm aware of stated, I don't want to be a burden. Yeah, okay. So that's what he's saying. So that's just validating there was something else going on medically, and that's why he decided to do it. The depression I pick up on is that, he didn't want to be sick and all of that. I need to fix something real quick. Sorry. So do you know where uncle comes in at? Was he an uncle to someone? Because he keeps bringing that up. Yeah, I really strongly feel that he had cancer. And I want to say it was an aggressive one of some kind. He didn't have a good outlook or a good outcome. He just didn't want to go through all of it. I want to say colon, but I don't know. Just because I hear that word. The only thing, he feels bad about is, like, the people that had to find him and all of that. It doesn't matter if he's super close. If he's an uncle, he's an uncle. It was just his personality to be, like, to himself, kind of a loner, kind of standoffish with people. That was just the way he was. It wasn't that he didn't love them or anything like that. But it doesn't matter if he has nieces and nephews and he's an uncle, he's an uncle. If he's a father, he's a father. If he's a brother, he's a brother. It doesn't matter if he's super close to them or not. He's just validating what he was to people. And maybe he feels like he could have been a better uncle and a better father. And I don't know, just his personality is just like, he's very, very, like, standoffish to himself. And but what's weird is, did there have a house that was, like, kind of like in the country or something? Because I keep feeling like I'm isolated, and that could just be that he was isolated from people, but he is a very complicated person. That makes sense. This really sucks not having a pen. I'll be prepared next time. Hi, Denise. Hey, stop. What are you chewing on? Spit it out. Oh, it's always Summer Bear is doing fine. I forgot to answer that. The month of The month of January is coming in. Now, months can be birthdays, passings, anniversaries, or something significant connected to him, you, or anybody connected alive or past. Yep, just doing readings, getting tired. Quit chewing on that. Quit. Yeah. Makes sense. Complex. Yeah, that's like, I guess, a word I would think of. No, Poppy. Poppy, no. Do you know why? Do you know, Jessica, why I would feel like, oh, why I would feel that he kind of has a house like, I keep feeling like his house is like, it doesn't feel like it's in the city. I don't know. I don't know if that's just because he liked being, by himself or private. If that's why I'm picking up that, but I'm actually not getting very much with him. Like, he's just not giving me much at all. And was he married? Because like, he keeps showing me this woman and he wants to hand her roses. Usually that means that you usually get roses from a significant other, husband, boyfriend, things like that. But so he was married, right? Because he keeps showing me this woman, and I hear the words, I should have treated her better, I should have treated her differently. So I don't know if maybe he feels like, especially towards the end, he wasn't giving her as much attention and love as he should have. He feels like she deserved more than what he gave her towards the end, not necessarily through the whole relationship, but around this time. I feel like prior to this, he changed a little bit because he was trying to figure out how to deal with the situation. Okay. Houses in the woods, subdivision. So subdivision, is that like not in the, it's not in the city, right? It was a kind of like his house, like kind of like alone. Like his neighbors weren't like really close, right? Oh, your house is in the woods. Hi, Wendy. Okay. Because I just kept seeing this house like kind of in the middle of nowhere. Um, okay, so then that's not his house. Maybe he's referencing you then and where you live. You don't have neighbors, right? Like, well, you have neighbors, but not like right next to you, right? Kind of like you basically don't live in the city, right? Because he could just be talking about you again. So then he wanted, Okay, that's what he's referencing then. Okay, because I was like, I feel like I'm alone, like in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Okay. All right. So he's referencing you then. So they, because they do talk about us, and just to let us know that they know what's going on, kind of thing, is why they bring that stuff up, like the muscles and now this. Okay. So I don't really, he's not giving me how he connects to you, but I feel like love towards you, although he didn't like maybe always show you. Also I hear the word brother. So was he a brother, or does he? I'm really having to push him. I'm sorry. He's just not forthcoming. He'd rather talk about you than himself. Okay, so like a brother. Okay. I was gonna say, because I was getting friend earlier, but then I was like, that doesn't really fit, but the connection felt like a brother, so okay. Understand. Hey Angela. Because I did hear friends, but then like it just didn't feel, it felt deeper than that, so that would be why. Hey Crystal. So I know that you said that he like wrote, that he didn't want to be a burden or anything. Was that the only letter? Because I keep seeing letters. So I don't know if there's more than one letter written, or if that he's just validating that letter, or if you guys used to write letters. I don't really know. Sorry, my dogs are doing their job out there. Okay, because he was showing me letters, so more than one. Okay, like maybe to different people or something like that. And you might not even know this, but he's playing with his wedding ring, so I don't know if that means that, the wife has it, or he has, he had it, like they kept it with him or what. But there's something with the wedding ring. All the dogs are going crazy outside. So, like, I feel like he feels bad for leaving his wife, and he's sorry that he left his wife the way that he did. And I think you were there for him as much as you could be, with his personality of being a private person. I feel like when you needed him or he needed you, that you guys were there for one another. Hey, quit that. Quit that. Sorry about that. Darn dog got the tip of my pin. Poppy, shut up. And he wants to thank you for that. Okay. Poppy, shut up. He wants to thank you for being such a good friend to him. And a good confidant if he needed to talk or something. Not like he did very often because, like we said, he's a very private person and very quiet and all of that. So I'm trying to get like personal information from him, and it's just like he doesn't want to give it to me. But I think that was his personality. Like, he doesn't like to talk about himself or give out personal information. So he says you were a blessing, a blessing in his life, and he wants to thank you for that. Oh my gosh, all the dogs that are behind me are howling too. Did you guys not talk like prior to his passing? Because he makes me feel like there was like some kind of separation, or you weren't talking and that was his fault, like because of what was going on with him. Like, he didn't really want to talk to you about it or anything like that. Does that make sense? Like, okay, but not for months before. Okay. So like so it was odd for you guys not to have that separation. Okay. Crap. Now my battery's running low. Hold on. Okay, so you guys were together for a long time. My phone's gonna die too. Why do I hear the word foreman? That would be like a boss. I don't know if that's just another. I don't know if he was one or there's a reference to one. Okay, you were his supervisor, so I guess that would be like that's what a foreman is, right? I don't know why he would call you that, but instead of just not, I don't know why he would say that instead of saying supervisor, but same thing. So he shows me a cake. Usually that's my symbol for a birthday that's coming up or just passed, or another celebration, or that's usually what cake means with candles. Okay, your birthday was this past week. Okay, so he's saying happy birthday and referencing that. Okay. Did he call you Jess or another nickname? Because I don't. He makes me feel like he didn't like call you by your whole name. Shoot. Okay. I hear the word promotion. Did you get a promotion before you passed or after, or do you know if one's coming up? If not, then it might be something in the future, but I hear the word promotion. Promotion and raise. I don't know if it relates to him or you. Did he get one before he passed? Unless when you go back to work, it'll happen. I don't know. I just heard that. So just hang on to it. Whatever doesn't make sense, hang on to it. Could be something in the future. I don't know. I never know. Yeah, he wants to thank you for your kinship and your loyalty. He said you were the best person to him that anyone could be. He wants to thank you again for being you. I get a 5, so 5 can be the 5th of a month, May, 5 years, something like that. Oh, your birthday was the 5th. Okay. So he really wants to wish you a happy birthday. Puppy. He wants to send you a big hug. I'm actually not getting much else from him. I had to really work hard to pull that much. So hopefully that was helpful for you. Oh, so, well, they know everything on the other side anyways, but yeah, that would be why he's bringing that up again, or bringing up your birthday. He always knew everyone's birthday, almost a photographic memory. So that's probably why he's bringing that up. So hopefully that was good validation for you. I was really having to push him, and I'm trying to get to everybody tonight because I still have to work my chat line. I'm like way behind on it. He's just a little hard to pull through for some reason. You know, just because of the way he was in life. It's the same. Some have stronger energy than others. Some I have to really, really push to get information. Plus, I'm kind of tired, so that's not helpful either. But, hi, Karen. Message me. Message me through either Instagram or Facebook is probably the best way. You can find me as the Psychic Sleuth on Instagram. And then I have put my name up here for Facebook. Let's see. And usually my typing ones are a little bit deeper too. And I'm not so tired from doing a lot of readings. So that's another thing. That's another good reason to schedule privately. All right, Billy, you're up. Are you still there? Hopefully my phone doesn't die. And then after Billy, I don't think I have any more, and I'm going to have to go. Because like I said, I got to go do my chat thing. I'm late. Thanks, Jessica. He was a little tough. Plus, I'm a little tired. Thank you, Jessica. Billy, are you there? Okay. There you are. Okay. Okay, is this mediumship you're wanting? Or is this a question about someone that's alive? So you're basically wanting a reading. I just give, when I do mediumship, I just give whatever they give me. So sometimes I ask questions, but usually usually it comes through what happened usually. So can you give me his name, because I can't really see the picture? Ben what? My pen isn't writing. This sucks. Man, the dogs behind me are going off tonight. Okay, so almost. I gotta reading before my 14% runs up, because my charger is in my room. Okay. So almost immediately, there's a reference to my chest and to my throat, and I'm feeling kind of nauseous. Zook, no. And you can validate in the comments, please, what makes sense. But I have this weird feeling in my throat. Ooh, sorry. Almost like I want to cough, and then into my chest. Chest is usually lungs or heart. Okay. Can you tell me how it makes sense? Sometimes when we validate and we say how, it helps the reading flow more. Also getting a headache again. So I don't know if that connects as well. Okay. So I hear the word husband. It's either he was a husband or that's how he's connected to you. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So he hands you roses. Usually I get roses for, wives, significant others, things like that. I don't know if this was him and something that he had before, or if it's you or someone else, but I hear the word stroke. Why I'm feeling nauseous. Okay. Yeah, I got the heart issues because of the chest. But I don't know where that comes in. If it's someone else on the other side, if someone's piggybacking, or if it's a warning. So I'm not really sure. Whatever doesn't make sense, just please hang on to it, okay? Because I heard the word stroke, so I don't really know where that's coming from, and my head is hurting. So I don't know if you have somebody else on the other side that had one. They could be piggybacking in, or it belongs to someone else that's out there. If that makes sense for anybody, please say so. But I heard that word, so I hear the word love of my life. So I know that I feel like that you were the love of his life, or are the love of his life. Does that make sense? And I also hear the words, and I don't know where this says, dreams, aspirations, and goals. I'm not really sure where that comes in. Well, he's saying, I heard love of my life, so that's what he's saying now. I don't know where the dreams, aspiration, and goals come in, but I don't know if he's talking about you. Like, you have dreams, aspirations, and goals, or he did. Or you had them together. So he shows me tools, so I don't know if he like fixed things around the house for you, or exactly how that fits in. Oh, he was working on a house. Okay. Did he also like fix things for you around the house though when you needed them fixed? I also hear the words heart stop, like almost like a heart attack. Does that make sense? I mean, I don't know if he ever had one or if it was the cause of his passing, but that will go with the chest thing I was getting. Okay. Um okay, so he had a heart attack then? Because it's like he says heart stop and then I get heart attack. Okay. I don't know why he's mentioning Valentine's Day. It could be for February, but usually they say February. So I don't know if something significant happened on Valentine's Day, if it was either ignored or he did something for you on Valentine's Day, or it's another, like February 14th is a date for something else that's connected to you, him, or okay. He has had heart attacks, but they said he died a different way. Could that be the stroke or no? I don't know. I mean, I guess the heart attacks, he could be validating those, but he said heart stopped and then he said heart attacks. So, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out that stroke. Sorry. I heard it clear, so I'm trying to see where the hell it fits. I also hear the word capillaries. I don't even know what the hell that means. Do you know why I'm having pain in like the back of my neck and I'm feeling kind of nauseous? So, do you know why I would be having pain in the back of my neck? Okay. So I'm getting like a sharp pain in my neck. Do you know what the word capillaries mean? I'd have to Google it. It's gonna bug me. I have to look and see what that is, because okay. So the capillaries are responsible for facilitating the transport and exchange of gaseous fluids and nutrients to the body, while the arteries and arterioles act to transport these products to the capillaries. It's a level of capillaries where the exchange takes place. So it's a blood vessel. Okay, so they're blood vessels. Okay, I didn't know what the hell they were. I know I heard that word before, but I don't know. So somehow the capillaries, he's talking about those, which are blood vessels. I really don't know. Yeah, I know. I just looked them up. That's what I just said. They're blood vessels. So I don't know. It's gotta fit somehow. Because that's not just a word I would just come up with. So is fixing houses something that he did a lot of, or working on them, fixing them? Okay, because he keeps showing me that. He keeps showing me the house and stuff. So, okay. Was there some kind of issue with you two before he passed? Like you weren't getting along, or an argument or something like that, or a separation? He talks about wishing he would have been better to you. Does that make sense? Okay. Because with you, I know you said that love of my life doesn't make sense, but sometimes when they get on the other side, they realize things. And so I think that's why he's saying it now, even though maybe you didn't feel that way and he didn't feel that way when he was here. Sometimes they realize it then. So I think that's why he said that, because I heard it clearly. So, so then this is an ex-husband then? Yeah, because he says he wasn't the best to you, and he wishes that he could have changed it, because I feel like he now realizes that you were the love of his life in this lifetime. And like I hear the word difficulties, like there was a lot of difficulties. I don't know if it was just with him or with both of you, but he okay. Well, I said husband earlier and you said yes. Unless you're just saying that he was a husband to someone else. Oh, okay, I misunderstood. Well, love of his life is someone. I don't really know if that's you or who he's talking about then. Okay. Maybe he thought of you. Maybe he thought of you in that way. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I heard that, but I heard it really clearly. Unless someone's piggybacking. Mm. Okay, so he's mentioning his car. Now, did he always have to have it like, did he work on his car? Because that might fit him. It was coming in for the other guy, but maybe he piggybacked. But, so I don't know if he had a thing about his car, like he really loved his car, or he always had to have it looking nice, or I don't know, there's some kind of reference to the car. I do feel like he loved you though. Like there's love there because you guys knew each other for so long and you were friends. And maybe that's what I was picking up on, but I know I heard that. I don't really know why he said that. It's gonna bug me now. Unless it was a piggybacker. Sometimes. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe he's saying his wife was love of his life. I don't know, because he said it after husband. Okay, I don't know. Um, I was gonna say yes, something. Yeah. Okay. And I feel like he has got a lot of respect for you too, but there still comes a time it comes like, I don't know if it was prior to his passing or what, but you weren't talking very much, if that makes sense. And were you like his best friend? Okay. Well, that's what I mean. Like, you guys weren't talking at the time of his passing. That's what I meant. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because he shows me, like, if he needed something, he could come to you. If you needed something, you could go to him. Like, if he needed to talk, you were there. Like, vice versa. You know, I get some, I don't know if there was text or phone conversations that you guys had. Do you have, like, old text messages or a message or something that you listen to or read or something like that? Because I get a lot of conversations between you two, but okay, that you kept and that you listen to and read sometimes. Because I feel like this was a hard passing. Like, this was almost just like you losing family. Because that's how he kind of feels to you. It's more of a, it's almost more than a friend, kind of. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, he thought of you as more like family, I guess. Okay, so you read them. Okay. So he's with you at that moment when you're reading those and listening to the messages, okay? Um, are there more pictures of you guys that you have that you look at? Okay. Um, so was there any kind of, like, something in a system that wasn't supposed to be there, like drugs or something like that? Because I also hear the word hemorrhage, but I don't really know why I hear that. Um, yes, to what part? Something in a system? Okay. And he wasn't one to normally do drugs? Like, it wasn't his style or whatever? Okay. Um, would this connect to the girlfriend? Do you know if does she have dark hair? So, one of the conversations prior to his passing was something that he said that maybe he was worried or something like that, or that they had been in a fight. There's something with him and his girlfriend connected in the conversation that you have, right? Does his wife have dark hair, though? There's someone with dark hair. I'm not saying that the dark hair person's involved, but... Or do you have dark hair? I can't see your picture. Okay. I wonder if that's the dirty blonde I was picking up earlier. Oh, his daughter? Okay. And you, okay. So maybe... does his daughter also suspect something? Also, do you know if he took nitro for his heart? Because I hear the words nitroglycerin. Okay. Did this girlfriend give him his drinks as well as food? Because I see her breaking like a capsule and putting it in, I think, something to drink. And so I don't understand why the cops don't think that there's something weird here. Did he have money? I don't know why I heard the word money. Okay. Because I hear the word money and I also hear life insurance. I don't know if he either had either of those. I see. Okay. So that's why I was coming up so strong about the darn house. And do you know of a Maria or a Marie? I don't know who that is, but it might not even connect to you guys, but I just say what I hear. So sunk all kinds of money into her brother's house and she... It's fine if it doesn't connect to you, and it's someone piggybacking, but I heard that word. It could be first or middle name, I mean. Okay. Well, there you go. They mention people as connections to you just for validation, okay? It doesn't mean that they're connected to this part of it. It's fine. Probably just referencing your cousin, just because I wouldn't know that. Just for validation. Sometimes they bring in some, random stuff. I don't know. And plus my names, I'm getting more names lately, so. Well, I would say that she's responsible from what I'm seeing. But there was a conversation that he had with you to make you suspicious prior, right? Because I feel like he told you kind of everything. Makes sense. And she's validating. Yeah. I'm here, Angela. I'm doing reading in the group, in the Facebook group. She's validating everything. Yes, yes, yes. All of everything that I'm saying. Okay. So I think your suspicions are right, because I see like her. I don't know if this medicine that you're talking about or drugs was a capsule form. I see her doing, putting capsule, like opening the capsule and putting it in something to drink, but that could just be symbolic. So I'd say that your suspicions are right about that whole situation. Sorry. Did they not do a drug test? Did they not do a toxicology? Do you have that message that he sent you? Okay. Like I said, that could just be symbolic. That they're showing me that, you know, it could just be symbolic. That's all. That she did it. You know what I mean? Like, well, have you showed that to police? Okay. So, I mean, there's really, unfortunately, no what? No, you haven't shown it to police, or you have? You need to show the police. That's your first step. When you show them that, you need to tell them that he did not do drugs of any kind. That that you're pretty sure that he never did methamphetamine or anything like that. Hopefully that will get them to start looking into her if you have that message and it says that he was either worried about something like this, or you know what I mean. If it made you suspicious, it'll probably make police suspicious. I would show it. I think that's your first step. As far as his kids, do you know if one of them is doing some type of schooling? I want to say it's a female. I don't think so. But he could have been not just saying anything. I'm not getting any information on that. Okay, so she did get her CNA. So that happened after he passed. He just wants to validate that and congratulate her on that and tell her, what a good job that she's done. He's proud of her for that. Okay. Well, if he never told her that, he's saying it now that he's proud of her for it. And I feel like she's going to go to school and continue her education anyways. Like, I get future information, and I feel like she's going to continue, maybe go to her RN or something like that. That's the grief. I feel like one day she will get back into it. He wants her to. He says that she's a healer and that he's proud of her and that he wants her to continue to live her life. If she's happy, he'll be happy. it will make him happy for her to continue this. He knows that it's hard and that grief is hard and that grief makes you feel like that, but he really wants her to continue it because he says that the reason why she had a passion for it in the first place was because she was supposed to do it and she's supposed to be doing it, and he really wants her to continue and to continue her education with it because I feel like she would be a good RN or something like that. But he understands why she feels that way, but he really wants her to do it not only for herself, but for him as well. He'll be proud of her no matter what, but he really hopes that she will continue it and get back to it. Because he says not only will she help other people, but it will provide for her as well. That's probably why he was mentioning the dark hair earlier too. So that's the message to her. He says that she's a beautiful person and he hates to see her so sad and he didn't want this to affect her so much. But he understands why it does. But he hopes that she will learn and grow from it and understand that this is what he would want her to do. I don't know if there's any way you can get that message to her, but okay. I would start by showing police that message that you have. Okay, good. He appreciates that. He appreciates that you do that for him. Now, does he also have a son or is it the nephew? The other thing that he's saying is he wouldn't have taken the methamphetamines because of his heart condition. He knew that would have been a death sentence to do that, especially with him being on nitro and having such a bad heart condition and having past heart attacks. Like, he wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? So that might be another thing with the message that you can point out to the police. Okay, so is his son a little reckless? Because I heard the word reckless with that. I'm going to get my hours done, damn it. So he's saying, if you can mention that whenever you show them the message. There's a specific detective that you'll need to talk to. Okay, so he's not anymore. I just heard the word reckless with him. I don't know if due to the passing he straightened up or what. Okay. So he's a little concerned about him and the things that he does. So So that's coming in. He says that you were a godsend to him in life, and he's appreciative of you and everything that you did for him and how you continue to be his advocate. Because he says no one else. He says that's why he told you, because it's like he had a feeling or something was going to happen. So he appreciates you being his advocate, and he said you've just been a blessing to him. And I really do think you are one of the loves of his life, even if it's not in a romantic form. You know what I mean? He still considers you that. And that's why I think I heard that, because talking to him more now, I can understand. Because we can love our friends too, and they can be that way to us, you know? So I think that's what he meant by it. So I hope this reading was helpful. I am going to have to... My phone is on 2%. It's going to die. And my charger's in my room. So I hope this was helpful to you. If anybody wants any private readings, you know how to reach me. I got to go plug my phone in, and I've got to get on the chat line because it's late in Australia, and that's where they're at. So, Billy, hopefully that's helpful. Please let me know how things turn out. If you talk to the police or whatever, just inbox me. Let me know. You're very welcome. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go now because I have to go log into my thing. I have to make up 5 hours, and I don't know how I'm gonna do that now. So it was good seeing you. Thank you, Angela, for coming in. Thank you guys for sticking with me while I do readings. If you want private readings, you know how to reach me, Facebook or Instagram or email. You can always find how to reach me on the drop down on my videos. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys next time.